Hudson County View Live Uncut. I'm your host. From what you see is what you get, and what you don't is better yet. John Arhitis. Good to hear from you guys again. Good to be talking to you after about a month off. Happy New Year, everyone. We have a lot to talk about, as always. The latest and greatest in Hudson County news. So we had quite a few reorganization meetings last week, which is of course typical in the new year. And 2023 was no different. You know, we saw the Bayonne, Jersey City, and Hoboken boards of education reorganized. So we're going to tell you everything that happened there. We also are already getting a healthy dose of some local politics. We heard from the Hudson County Democratic Organization on Saturday on the steps of the William J. Brennan Courthouse, and they were accompanied by a number of officials that included Governor Phil Murphy, U.S. Senator Cory Booker, U.S. Senator Bob Menendez, his son, Congressman Rob Menendez, and the Senate President of New Jersey, Nick Scuteri, all to endorse their candidates for county executive as well as the legislative districts of 32 and 33 respectively. So we're going to tell you about that rally that went about 90 minutes. We're also going to talk about, of course, the race that everyone has on their radar if you care about local politics even in the slightest. That's of course West New York. And we know now that former U.S. Rep. Albio Series is now going to be running for mayor. He made that announcement yesterday. And of course, we heard last month that Public Affairs Commissioner Cosmo Cirillo was jumping in, and I'm fortunate to be joined by him today. Certainly, we have a lot to talk about in that campaign. And we're also expecting former Mayor Felix Roque, who was elected in 2011, again in 2015, and then lost in 2019. We expect him to jump in before the end of the month. So we have all that and a whole lot more right after this word from our sponsors.
Stevens Jersey City Ford Certified Parts and Service, located at Route 440 and Communipaw Ave, is your #1 source for Ford and Lincoln automotive needs. We use certified Ford Motorcraft products to keep your Ford running in top shape. Motorcraft parts are backed with the Ford warranty, which includes a 2-year unlimited mileage guarantee. Our team will have the right Motorcraft part to ensure the best performance from your Ford or Lincoln. You can order in person at the parts counter or online. Let us help keep your Ford or Lincoln in the best shape at Stevens Jersey City Ford.
Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City. Hudson County's only monument maker, serving all faiths and cemeteries. Design, studio, and large inventory on site. Cemetery inscriptions and custom orders welcome. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, just south of Secaucus Road. Craftsmanship that will last for all eternity. Burns Brothers, Jersey City, Albert H. Hopper, North Arlington. Visit us on the net. Consumer Carpets, 3408 Kennedy Boulevard in the Jersey City Heights, your one-stop store for residential and commercial floor treatments, carpeting, linoleum, tiles, laminates, hardwood floors, area rugs, remnants, all major brands, all in stock. Free estimates, same-day installation. Consumer Carpets, it's savings, selection, installation. Credit cards and debit cards accepted. Financing available. Consumer Carpets, price to fit your budget, installation to fit your schedule. On the net at consumercarpets.com. Consumer Carpets, Jersey City, 201-792-2712.
Hudson County View, Live Uncut. John Arhitis, and as I mentioned a few moments ago, today I'm in the studio with West New York Public Affairs Commissioner Cosmo Cirillo, who's also a declared candidate for mayor. Commissioner, thanks for coming in.
John, thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. So you got ahead of this pretty early, the beginning of December. You obviously filmed that video and you released it, and you know, you made it clear that you want to be the lead executive here in West New York come the middle of 2023. So what led you to this decision, and just tell us why you thought this was the best move at this point in your career?
Sure. Well, I've been involved for quite some time. You know, I started in West New York when I was 16 years old to intern in town hall. I've been actively involved not only in local politics, but just serving the community. I've had the opportunity for the last 2 terms to serve as the Commissioner of Public Affairs, and it's been a great honor and privilege for me to do that in West New York. And I feel we've made great strides in my department, especially with our recreation programs and helping the children of our community. And I feel I have a lot to offer, and the people that have surrounded me and supported me in this election and since the announcement, I believe are the very best of West New York and can really move West New York in a positive and promising direction forward, which is what I believe we need at this moment in time.
All right, makes sense. So obviously last time around, 2019, you ran on the New Beginnings ticket, which was backed by then Congressman Series.
Yep.
And, you know, obviously we have Gabriel Rodriguez as the mayor. And, you know, there was a lot of people that were like, well, if these guys just stick together, defeating Roque will be academic. It won't be a particularly difficult race. Obviously, we did not end up in that predicament. So how do you understand that we ended up here?
Well, as I said, 4 years ago, and you just mentioned, we ran on a platform of new beginnings. The whole point of that campaign was to move West New York in a different direction, a group of people that were going to have long-term vision for West New York, which is what I believe West New York needs and has been lacking for quite some time. So Mayor Rodriguez has made his decision to no longer seek the mayorship. He is now deciding to take the nomination for the assembly seat in the new configured district. That announcement was done over the weekend, but obviously that has been out there for quite some time. And that was a big part of why I decided to throw my hat into the race. Obviously the former congressman now is also in the race, and I appreciate the fact that he's looking to run, but I believe I'm going to be able to put in the time and effort needed to make sure that West New York has a mayor that truly cares about the community and is willing to address all the concerns of the residents in a time in which residents are going to be able to be accessible and relatable to the mayor.
Were there serious conversations about you guys running together in 2023?
There were. I had a couple of conversations with the former congressman, and we just could not see eye to eye on a lot of issues, and we had a difference in philosophy with a lot of things that he was looking to do and what, myself and what I believe West New York needs to do for the future. And that was all part of the reason why I decided it was time to allow the community to make the choice and see if they believed I was the best candidate for the job, in which I'm going to work each and every day to let them know why I believe myself and my team are the best candidates to be able to move West New York in a positive direction.
Did you feel like that was a mutual decision? Did you feel like one side pulled the plug?
I guess you'd have to ask him on his side, but obviously I made my decision, and I'm very happy with the decision I made, and I'm going to leave it to the voters of the town of West New York, who I have complete confidence in, who are going to do what's right for the community. And these are the people that are living there each and every day and know the struggles and concerns that our community has. I'm a lifelong resident. My family has been in town for over 50 years, and I believe West New York is going to relate to my concerns and the people that I brought on board. And I believe at the end of the day, they're going to feel like, you know, my team is the right choice for our town.
All right. So you mentioned that you guys have philosophical differences. So tell us a little bit about your vision, your platform for the town of West New York.
Well, I can tell you one of our top priorities is building a brand new recreation center. As I've said, recreation is near and dear to my heart. The last 8 years, I've been in the trenches with our recreation programs, trying to make them better, improving and enhancing them for our children. And unfortunately, we do not have a recreation center where all of our surrounding communities do. And Rec Center is a place where I know growing up in West New York, it was somewhere that I went after school, was able to hang out with my friends, had a great time, had different experiences, and we aren't able to offer that same type of service to our kids today. 20 years ago, the Rec Center was taken away from West New York, and there's been opportunity to bring it back, but it hasn't happened. And I really believe that our children need a place to be able to go in a fun and safe environment, and by building a Rec Center, we can offer them the services that they've been lacking recently.
Now, in his announcement yesterday, the formal announcement, of course, we expected him to run, but he mentioned three things. He mentioned a new school, he mentioned a new library, and he mentioned a media center. What do you think about the feasibility or the need for those types of investments in town?
Well, I understand the need for school and education. Obviously, I'm a big proponent of education, and I want to see students thrive and be successful. We have 2 facilities in town that are just sitting vacant, used for office space and storage. The old number 3 and the number 4 annex are primary locations that could be reutilized for schools. If we took the money, instead of building a brand new school on the lot that seems to be the location in which he's advocating for, you could take that, revitalize the schools like they did the old Harry O'Bain, build brand new classrooms, and send students to those locations. And my proposal is that we have the lot on 65th and Broadway that has been sitting vacant for over a decade. Take that and use that as a site to build parking for our community, build a recreation center and a senior center, where you can also do a passive park or a field on top like Union City just recently did.
Interesting. Commissioner, don't go anywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. We're just going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Good Friend Self-Storage in North Bergen, New Jersey is a fully climate-controlled facility equipped with state-of-the-art security, packing supplies, a Refer Friend program, and multiple loading docks convenient for commercial use. Located just off of Route 3 at 4301 Tunnelly Avenue, Route 1 and 9. Call 201-867-2444 or visit us on the web today. Good Friend Self-Storage. Let us be your good friend.
Panepinto Properties, Jersey City, shaping the workplace with state-of-the-art office spaces and addresses your company desires. Building residences that define your home environment, adjacent to all modes of transportation with on-site parking available. The right address, the right lease. Call 201-521-9000 or visit online at panapintodevelopment.com. Panapinto Properties, building Jersey City for everyone.
Newport, the luxury waterfront community on the Hudson River, offers a quality of life you deserve in one of our many high-rise towers. With amenities such as the on-site Newport Path, light rail, Newport Town Square, 3 playgrounds, dog run, upscale restaurants, retail giants like Kohl's, JCPenney, Macy's, and Target. Morton Williams and Acme Supermarket are just outside your front door. A health and fitness center, skating rink, and medical facilities are also on site. Enjoy the New York skyline from our waterfront and various parks. Manhattan is just one pass stop away, or quick ride through the Holland Tunnel. Nursery and private elementary schools all on site. 12-screen movie theater at the Newport Center Mall. Looking to visit? Stay at the Westin or Marriott Hotel. For more information, visit us at newportnj.com. Make lasting memories to cherish forever. It's incredible. It's you, Newport. Live like you want.
Hudson County View Live Uncut. John Arhitis, and I'm still here with West New York Public Affairs Commissioner Cosmo Cirillo, a declared mayoral candidate. So, Commissioner, we talked a lot about your vision here and why you decided to run. Also, I wanted to just get your thoughts on Felix Roque, of course, a guy that we both know well. And you guys actually ran together in 2015. And while he hasn't a declared candidate yet, it seems like a foregone conclusion he'll be jumping in the race by the end of a month. So just tell me your thoughts on this possibility, this prospect.
Well, like you said, it seems like he is going to be running again with the slate of candidates. I'm a big proponent for democracy, and I believe that if a person feels they're the best choice and they want to put themselves out there for the voters to make that decision, it's good for our community. The democratic process is a great thing, and we live in the greatest country in the world. So I welcome him and his candidates to the race, and I look forward to spreading the message of my team and why we believe we should be the right choice for West New York.
Okay. We'll talk about your team in just a moment, but the Hudson County Democratic Organization, I don't know if it's official yet, but it seems pretty clear they're going to endorse Team Series. And we've heard through the back channels, and there was at least one published story that basically said this isn't really Cirillo Series Roque or anything like that. They're like, this is Brian Stack against Joey Muniz. So how do you look at that narrative that's permeating among us insiders?
Well, I have respect for the Hudson County Democratic Organization. I'm a Democrat myself, and I promote Democrats throughout Hudson County and the state of New Jersey. However, this is a West New York fight at the end of the day, and this is an election to determine the future of our community and where the voters of West New York want our community to go for the next 4 years and beyond. And that's really the focus of my campaign and why I've decided to run and the team that I've put together. We are true West New Yorkers. The team that I have are people that have lived in the community for a long time. They've raised their families in the community. They're homeowners, they're invested. They're people that have been part of the programs in town. And I really think our community is going to rally behind that and relate to myself and the entire team and show that, this is about the community and what we offer to our community and what we can offer in the future.
All right, so like I said, let's talk about them. So last year, one of the people you ran with is running with you this time around as well. That's Revenue and Finance Commissioner Margarita Guzman. Obviously no secret you guys are friends, but what do you think about being able to make her a selection on your ticket?
I think she's a phenomenal person individually and a great commissioner. She has shown over the 8 years that I've had the opportunity to work with her and to run with her and to be part of a team that is comprised of her, that she is there because her heart is in the right place. And those are the type of people that I want to surround myself with, and those are the type of people that I've put together on this incredible team. And she is doing it because she cares about this community. She has shown time and time again that she is there for the people of West New York, and the decisions that she has made has been all about that. And I feel fortunate to have her on the team as an incredible Commissioner of Revenue and Finance, where she's done a great job stabilizing our taxes and having a true great budget for our community, as well as when she was Commissioner of Parks and Public Property in her first term, where she was part of the revitalization and upgrades of park facilities throughout West New York, including a brand new splash park at our municipal pool.
All right, and another woman that's on your ticket that you've announced, who you know well, and of course I do too, Assemblywoman Angelica Jimenez. So, the addition of her to Team Cirillo.
Absolutely. I mean, I feel very blessed to have these two phenomenal people on the team. Assemblywoman Jimenez has been a true champion and a fighter for the 32nd District, not only for the town of West New York, but her entire district that she's represented over the last 10 years in Congress, in the Assembly down in Trenton. So she has been another person that is a true West New Yorker. She's lived in town the majority of her life. She's raised both of her children in town, one of which is a police officer in the West New York Police Department. And she has really been an advocate for the people of West New York. And she brings a tremendous amount of experience from Trenton to our team. And I know she's going to be a true champion for not only the people of West New York, but obviously all those that are coming into town.
All right. Any chance you're going to give us a hint on your other two running mates today?
Good try, but no. I look forward to announcing them over the next couple of days and weeks. But I can tell you that they are both individuals that truly care about our community. They are people that share the same values and beliefs that myself, Marguerite, and Angie do. And they are people that the community will know to be true West New Yorkers.
Okay. On the granular level, is there anything you could tell us about a campaign manager, a spokesman, fundraiser, anyone like that coming on board for you?
Sure. Well, we've been organizing our team over the last several weeks since I've made my announcement last month, so I'm very happy with the organized ground game that we've been able to put together and the strategy for the campaign. I've recently announced a fundraiser on January 26th at Las Palmas. That's going to be the first time that our entire team is going to be put together for the public to see. And I'm really positive and excited about the perception and the responses that we've been getting from the community. And these are local West New York voters that have been reaching out, people that live in the community, grown up here, and I'm very happy with the positive responses that we're getting from all over town.
All right. Now, with the event, we're able to organize a debate, whether it's with Hudson Media Group or any other number of partners. Would that be something that you could commit to today?
Absolutely. I'd be happy to enter a debate with the other candidates that are involved in this race. And I'm happy to share my message with the voters of West New York any day, anytime.
All right, great. Any closing thoughts for us today?
Oh, thank you for having me on. I wish you and all of your viewers a very happy and healthy and prosperous new year. I want to thank everybody here for giving me the opportunity to express for a short period of time what my team and I bring to the table. And I look forward to working over the next several months to earn their vote in West New York and demonstrate why we believe we are the future of this town.
Commissioner, thanks so much.
All right,
we'll
John,
obviously be
thank you
talking
so
quite
much.
a bit over the next few months.
Absolutely.
You're very welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in. We're not done yet. We're going to take another word from our sponsors.
Not everyone celebrates the birth of a baby. You have options. Don't panic. New Jersey has safe havens for unwanted infants. Leave the baby with...
Introducing the all-new Ford Maverick. A truck for people who do stuff. And people who make stuff. People...
Not everyone celebrates the birth of a baby. You have options. Don't panic. New Jersey has safe havens for unwanted infants. Leave the baby with staff at any hospital, ER, police or fire station, or rescue squad. Call the number on your screen for safe haven locations or go to www.njsafehaven.org. No shame, no blame, no names. Safe Haven.
This thing rips! Oh, it is so quick. There's a lot of punch packed into this Bronco Sport. It's got a ton of horsepower. I love it. All right, now we're getting hairy. Now we're getting the fun stuff. Yeah. I like how we can get over or around almost anything.
Yeah, I dig your ride. I super dig it. It's gonna be a good day.
Growing up can be tough on kids. So much is going on in the world that can cause depression or anxiety. Unusual behavior for more than 6 months could mean they need help. Don't wait. For real-time mental health support and counseling, call New Jersey's Children's System of Care. CSOC offers free mental health supports, substance use treatment, and services for intellectual or developmental disabilities for all kids up to age 21. Call now, 1-877-652-7624.
Introducing the all-new Ford Maverick. A truck for people who do stuff. And people who make stuff. People like Gabrielle Union.
I make this look good, don't I?
Who haul whatever they want to wherever they want. Like wood to build things made of wood with. And friends to get weird with. It's for long trips that the standard hybrid engine with a targeted EPA estimated city fuel economy rating of 40 miles per gallon helps with. That an 8-inch touchscreen connects with. And any trip that this interior makes more comfortable. But we'll let Gabrielle tell you all about it.
Or I could just tell them it's a Ford truck that starts at less than $20,000 MSRP.
Yep, that works too. The all-new Ford Maverick, built to defy expectations.
Organization meetings at the beginning of January, and we got quite a few out of South Hudson. So let's just do a little bit of a hurry up offense here and give you an update on what happened in case you maybe were not aware. So first of all, the Bayonne Board of Education has a new president and vice president. Their president is Jody Casillas, and their vice president is Hector Gonzalez. Also of note, they had Mariam Bachet, 21 years old, gets sworn in as a trustee, and that's actually the youngest elected trustee in the history of the Peninsula City School Board. So obviously that's notable. So, relatively calm meeting, only 25 minutes or so. The vote to elect Casillas was 8-1, and she was actually nominated by the outgoing president, that's Maria Vallado. And then the vice president nomination passed 7-2, and Vice President Christopher Munoz, the outgoing vice president, and Mary Jane Desmond, voted no, and Mary Jane also voted no on Casillas. She said that she had a problem with the process. She said they talked about this during election time, didn't get into the particulars, but that was that. And really not a whole heck of a lot to say, very, very tepid waters. Though we did also hear from Bachet after the fact, and she said, in part, "It's my time to give back to the community that has already given me so many opportunities. I hope to do the same for the younger generations. I know it will not be easy, but working with my colleagues, I know we can succeed. My number one priority is creating opportunities for all our students to succeed." So some nice remarks from the youngest trustee. So let's keep it moving right along, and we'll talk a little bit now just about the Hoboken Board of Education. This was even more straightforward than what we saw in Bayonne, because we have the exact same vice president and president. That is Sharon Egley leading the board, and then the number 2 remains Malani Karambatori. And also, the meeting was notable that because they swore in the Leadership That Listens team that swept back in November, that was really the only local level race that had any attention. That was an 8-person race. There were 2 tickets, and we also saw that was 8 members, and you had Leadership That Listens, you had Kids First, you had Patricia Waiters, and you also had John Madigan, who's a former trustee. So it ended up being not quite as competitive as people thought it would be. Leadership That Listens won relatively comfortably. Certainly Kids First had their supporters, but they lost by probably about 2,500, 3,000 votes apiece. So those sworn in, just in case you missed it, was Trustee Alex De La Torre, and joining him on the board is Leslie Norwood and Antonio Grania. So congratulations to them. And now, just also on the Hoboken City Council, they do the annual reorg, which is unusual from the rest of the county. But what we saw there was that the president and vice president of 2022, which was 3rd Ward Councilman Mike Russo and Councilwoman at Large Emily Jabor, respectively, switched places. So Emily Jabor had the votes to become president, and Russo had the votes to become vice president. The vote for Russo passed 7-2. 2nd Ward Councilwoman Tiffany Fisher and 6th Ward Councilwoman Jen Giattino voted no. Everyone else voted yes. Other than that, Hudson County View reported at the end of last year that Emily Jabor was the front runner, and she didn't say too much about getting elected, but she did have some brief comments. She said, "Thank you very much. I appreciate the support, the role of my colleagues in this role. I will do my best. With that, I'd like to nominate my colleague, Councilperson Russo, for the position of Council Vice President." And of course, I just told you how that went. And by Hoboken standards, things were, downright civil. So not a whole heck of a lot else to talk about there. We saw that they did some board appointments. Jim Doyle's going to remain the council designee on the planning board. Phil Cohen, the 5th Ward Councilman, is going to maintain his position on the Hoboken Business Alliance Board. They had some appointments up for the Hoboken Arts Committee, but since everyone was not able to review those candidates before they voted. They postponed, so they'll probably see that again next week, though the agenda, of course, isn't ready yet. And there was a resolution appointing Councilman at Large Joe Quintero to the Cannabis Review Board. However, that ended up getting tabled as well. Quintero said he wanted to see how the other appointments work out before he takes that role on, if he takes it on at all. And as you guys probably know, Russo is currently the Cannabis Review member from the board, and he's actually the president of the board at this moment. So with that, let's talk a little bit about the Jersey City Board of Education. So this was a little bit more contentious than the others that I just mentioned, but at the end of the day, we saw trustee Natalia Iufi elected as president, a 5-4 vote, and then it was the identical same vote for trustee Naomi Velasquez for vice president. So as you know, there were 2 vice presidents named under the tenure of Gerald Lyons last year, and that was Iufi and Gina Vertabello. Both put their names into the mix to become the president for 2023. At the end of the day, Vertabello's nomination failed. She got yes votes from trustees Lorenzo Richardson, from trustee LaKendrick Shaw, of course herself, and trustee Afaf Mohammed. So while that's 4 votes, obviously you need 5 to become president. So the remaining members ended up voting for Iufi. Of course, she voted for herself. And was also joined by trustees Eunice Barkuch, Christopher Tisdale, and Paula Jones-Watson. So with that, this was a little bit notable because there was an ethics complaint that leaked literally the day of the vote that involved Iufi and her disclosure on this letter to the editor that went to me and also tapped into Jersey City. That is still pending between the New Jersey School Ethics Commission, but as you can see, it had no impact whatsoever on this local vote. So we're going to take one more break. We'll be right back after this final word from our sponsors.
Introducing the all-new Ford Maverick. A truck for people who do stuff. And people who make stuff. People like Gabrielle Union.
I make this look good, don't I?
Who haul whatever they want to wherever they want. Like wood to build things made of wood with. And friends to get weird with. It's for long trips that the standard hybrid engine with a targeted EPA estimated city fuel economy rating of 40 miles per gallon helps with. That an 8-inch touchscreen connects with. And any trip that this interior makes more comfortable. But we'll let Gabrielle tell you all about it.
Or I could just tell them it's a Ford truck that starts at less than $20,000 MSRP.
Yep, that works too. The all-new Ford Maverick, built to defy expectations.
Bring 150 around front, please.
We designed the F-150 to be tough. And we delivered on towing and payload like you'd expect. We also made it smart, starting with an available hybrid powertrain. This engine also allows you to use your truck as a high wattage generator. It's the kind of capability that a truck owner's really never had before.
A news item that most of us started off the new year with was Jersey City Mayor Steven Fulop announcing that he will not be seeking a 4th term in 2025. While this move was widely expected among political insiders, it basically signals that for him it's drum thwack it or bust 2 years from now. I guess 30 months if we're being technical, more like 2.5. But we're going to play the video for you, and then I'm going to tell you the implications both on the local and the statewide level.
Some things aren't meant to be easy. My parents were immigrants who owned a deli in Newark. I worked my way through college. My 2013 campaign started with this video. And today, as we go into 2023, after more than a decade of service, this video is me thanking you for giving me the chance to be your mayor. It has been the privilege of a lifetime. After talking it over with Jacqueline at the start of this new year, I've decided that I won't be on the ballot again as mayor. I want to make that clear. It's time to let someone else lead this special city and for me to really think about what I want to do next. In the last 10 years, we've changed Jersey City for the better, and we've set a standard for what cities across the country can be. We've led on development and for the first time have attracted growth away from the waterfront. Jersey City has been a leader in building affordable housing, and we've built more than any city in the state. A leader on creating open space. A leader on the arts, on workforce development, on social services issues, on environmental issues, on transportation issues, and so much more. I'm going to work tirelessly over the rest of this term to finish the projects we started. I'm grateful for having had this opportunity, and I just wanted to say thank you.
All right, so now that you guys have seen the video, let's talk a little bit about the governor's race. So, you know, Steven Fulop certainly has his support on the local front. You know, we've heard from State Senator and North Bergen Mayor Nick Sacco, as well as the HCDO Chair, Anthony Veneri, who's also the Board of Commissioners Chair, and they've both been very adamant and very clear that they support Fulop for governor. And, you know, that's a nice place to start. And it seems like a foregone conclusion that Bayonne Mayor Jimmy Davis and Hoboken Mayor Ravi Bala are already on board too. You know, I'm sure the endorsements are going to roll out slowly but surely as the election gets closer. On top of that, I'm sure many have read and have heard that he has this super PAC, Coalition for Progress. You got $5.9 million there. And there's another super PAC, the Fund for Quality Leadership Fund. You got about, I think, $300,000 in there. Then between his own personal account, you know, the Mayor Fulop account, that brings him to about $6.3 million overall, so that's certainly a nice place to start. On the Democratic side of things, though, the only other person that's expressed a real interest in doing this is former State Senate President Steve Sweeney. Of course, he got upset by Ed Durr in the 2021 elections. Of course, no one really saw that district going red, but it certainly did. Other than that, we don't really know a heck of a lot else. Obviously, Phil Murphy can't run again. There's a 2-term limit for governor in New Jersey. We haven't heard anything yet from U.S. Rep. Mikey Sherrill or Newark Mayor Ross Baraka, 2 other potential contenders. We know that last year's Republican nominee that came within 3 points of Murphy, Jack Cirillo, is likely to run again. But on the local level, it's probably going to be a firefight. I mean, County Commissioner Bill O'Day, Ward E Councilman James Solomon, Ward A Councilwoman Denise Ridley, Council President Joyce Waterman, just a few names were hearing in the early going. And we saw a couple days ago, Councilman Solomon rolled out a budget plan to cut back on what he called irresponsible spending. And, you know, that sounds like something that a mayoral candidate would do, right? So there's a whole lot coming, you know, in the aftermath of this announcement, and we're going to keep you up to speed every step of the way. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week.